Tonight, from TI Florida, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off,
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
what I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Second down, here's Chubb again. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy just carried the ball. He's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
But give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look. Right, he may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy with...
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
First and goal from the 6. Anderson. He gets it left side to Johnson. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Anderson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That will bring up fourth down and an 11-yard loss to boot.
Really talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw here. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. No, the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Anderson. That's into the hands of Edwards. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 3rd down, Anderson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come up with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that. But to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Anderson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the
going moving the football.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's the backup Mayfield. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. From 6 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll drop to throw. Schwartz has got it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complimentary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And Cameron has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Right back to him on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 2. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brady. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Brady. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Bryant. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield is going to flip one out here to his running back. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
The first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Brady. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And this one is right through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. From the 41, Mayfield. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Mayfield. And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 6. Complete to Jones. And they They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's Brady. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. On the draw is Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. A slant to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give Fournette another crack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range. but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mayfield. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mayfield on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. To throw again on second down. Mayfield throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Browns have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Brady. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jaguars on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Throwing, Mayfield, and caught by Cameron right side. That catch good for only a couple. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 25. The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll run on 1st down. Richardson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
They'll run again with Richardson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, they could just run this clock. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.